Choose the correct answer. 1. All of these substances have definite shapes and volumes except water. 2. Iron, wood, and gold are examples of solid matter. 3. Liquids take the shapes only of their containers. 4. All of these matter have definite volumes and indefinite shapes except gold. 5. When we pour water from container A into B, then into C, we observe that the volume of water in container A is equal to that in B and C. 6. Ice is the solid state of water. 7. Oxygen is considered as one of the gases. 8. Gaseous matter doesn't have a definite shape or volume. 9. Solids and liquids have definite volumes. 10. Liquids and gases are similar in having indefinite shapes. 11. Water vapor is an example of gaseous state of matter. 12. All of the following substances have no definite shapes and volumes except water. 13. The change of matter from the solid state into the liquid state is called melting process. 14. Gold industries need melting then cooling process. 15. Which of the following substances can be melted? Ice. 16. The change of matter from the liquid state into the gaseous state is called evaporation. 17. When water boils, it changes from the liquid state into the gaseous one. 18. On decreasing the temperature, cooling of water vapor, it condenses. 19. The change of matter from the gaseous state to the liquid state is called condensation. 20. Decrease in temperature, cooling, is accompanied by condensation process. 21. The change of water into ice is accompanied by a decrease in temperature. 22. The change of matter from liquid state to solid state is accompanied by a decrease in heat. Question 2. Choose from group B what suits it in group A. Number 1. Change of matter from the liquid state to the gaseous state. It should be letter D, which is evaporation. Number 2. Change of matter from the solid state to the liquid state. It should be letter A, which is melting. 3. Change of matter from the liquid state to the solid state. It should be B, which is freezing. 4. A change of matter from gaseous state to the liquid state. It's letter C, which is condensation. 3. Put right in front of the right statement and wrong in front of the wrong one, then correct it. 1. Copper, aluminium, and kerosene are from the liquid substances. It's wrong. From solid substances. Number 2. Iron and wood are from the solid substances. Correct. 3. Solid substances have definite volumes and shapes. It's correct. 4. Gaseous substances always take the shapes and the volumes of their containers. Correct. 5. Liquid matter have definite shapes and volumes. This is wrong. They have indefinite shapes. 6. Each component of air takes the shape and the volume of its container. Correct. 7. Melting is the change of matter from liquid state to solid state by heating. No, this is by freezing or cooling. So this is wrong. 8. Condensation is a process of changing the matter from the liquid state to the gaseous state. This is wrong. It's from gaseous state to liquid state by cooling. 9. Ice is changed into water by cooling. Wrong. It's by melting. 10. Freezing is the change of water from solid state to liquid state. Wrong. From liquid to solid. 11. Water vapor is the liquid state of water. Wrong. It's gaseous. 12. On decreasing the temperature of water vapor, it condenses. Correct. 13. Evaporation is the change of water into water vapor. Correct. 14. Appearance of some water droplets on the leaves of plants and cars in the early morning is due to the condensation process. This is correct. Question 4. Write the scientific term of each of the following. 1. The state of matter that has definite volume and shape. So it's the solid state. 2. The state of matter that has indefinite shape and volume. It's gaseous state. 3. The matter that is characterized by having a definite volume but it doesn't have a definite shape. It's a liquid matter. 4. The substances that take the shapes and the volumes of their container. Gases. 5. The substances that don't have definite volumes or shapes. They are gases as well. 6. Matter characterized by having a definite volume and takes the shape of its container. Liquids. 7. The states of matter that don't have definite shapes. Gases, liquids. 8. The change of matter from the liquid state to the solid state by cooling. It's freezing. 9. The change of matter from the liquid state to the gaseous state by heating. Evaporation. 10. The change of matter from gaseous state to the liquid state by cooling. Condensation. 11. The state of matter whose volume and shape change according to the shapes of its container. Gaseous. The change of matter from the solid state to the liquid state by heating. Melting. 13. The change of ice into water by heating. Melting. 14. The change of water into water vapor. Evaporation. 15. The change of water into ice by cooling. It's freezing. 5. Complete the following statements. 1. States of matter are solid, liquids, and gases. 2. Iron and aluminium are examples of solid matter, but water is an example of liquid matter. 3. In the solid matter, the volume and shape don't change. 4. At the ordinary temperature, iron is in a solid state. 5. Water is a matter in liquid state, while water vapor is a matter in gaseous state. 6. There are a definite shape and a definite volume in the solid state. 7. Matter that takes the shapes of its container but its volume doesn't change is liquid. 8. On transferring water from one container to another, its shape will change. 9. Both liquids and gases have no definite shapes. 10. Water has definite volume and indefinite shape. 11. Air is a gaseous matter because it hasn't a definite shape or volume. 12. Matter can be pressed in case of gaseous state. 13. Water exists in the liquid state at room temperature. 14. Matter changes from one state to another by the effect of heating or cooling. 15. Ice is the solid state of water, while water vapor is the gaseous state of water. 16. Ice can be changed into water by heating. 17. Melting is the change of matter from solid state to liquid state by heating. 18. The change of ice into water is considered as a melting process. 19. The change of matter from the liquid state to the gaseous state is called evaporation. 20. Increasing the temperature of water to the boiling point changes water into water vapor. 21. Water vapor condenses if it touches a cold surface. 22. Condensation is the change of matter from the gaseous state to the liquid state. 23. Water vapor changes into water by cooling. 24. Water can be changed from the liquid state to the solid state by cooling, and this process is called freezing. 25. If a liquid freezes, it becomes in a solid state. 26. The continuity of decreasing water temperature changes it from the liquid state to the solid state. 6. Correct the underlined words. 1. Milk has a definite volume and a definite shape. It's indefinite shape. 2. Oxygen gas has definite shape and volume. It has indefinite shape and volume. 3. Solids are changing their shapes and volumes according to their containers. Wrong. Gases are changing. 4. When water freezes, it changes into water vapor. Water evaporates. 5. Melting is the change of matter from liquid state to the gaseous state. Evaporation. 6. Condensation is the change of matter from the liquid state to the solid state. It's freezing. 7. The appearance of some water drops on the leaves of plants and cars is due to the evaporation process. Condensation process. Question 7. Give reasons for the following. 1. Salt is a solid matter while oil is a liquid matter. Because salt has definite shape and volume, while oil has indefinite shape and definite volume. 2. Air is a gaseous matter. Because air has indefinite shape and indefinite volume. 3. The shape of water inside the cylindrical container differs from its shape inside the conical container. Because water liquid takes the shape of its container. 4. Wood has definite shape and volume. Because wood is solid. 5. Oxygen has indefinite shape and volume. Because oxygen is a gas. 6. When ice is exposed to air, it changes into water. Because it takes heat from air and melts and changes into water. 7. On making tea, water drops are formed on the lid of a teapot from inside, due to condensation of water vapor to the lid on the lid of the tea. 8. Water freezes when it's put in the freezer. because water changes into ice by freezing. 9. Formation of water drops on the outer surface of a bottle filled with ice due to condensation of water vapor on the outer surface of the bottle. 10. Gaseous matter is compressed and packed in cylinders because gaseous matter takes the shape of its containers. 11. A piece of copper has a definite shape when we carry it from a vessel container to another one because it's a solid matter. 12. The glass bottle which is put in the freezer of the refrigerator shouldn't be full of water because water changes into ice, so it increases the volume of the water increases and the bottle will explode. 8. What happens in the following cases? 1. When you put 3 equal amounts of water in 3 different containers, the volume of water does not change, but its shape changes by changing the container. 2. When you blow air in different balloons, the shape and volume of the air inside the balloon change by changing the shape and the volume of the balloon itself. 3. Rising the temperature of a piece of ice. The piece of ice melts and it changes into water. 4. Boiling water and exposing the product of a cold surface to a cold surface. Water changes into water vapor, then water vapor condenses on the cold surface and it changes into water. 5. When a bottle of water is put in the freezer, water freezes and it changes into ice. 6. If we leave a glass filled with ice and air for a few minutes, ice changes into water and also water drops are formed on the outer surface of the glass. 7. Putting a bottle full of water in the freezer for 24 hours. The bottle will explode as the volume of water increases by freezing. 9. What's meant by 1. Melting is the change of matter from solid state to a liquid state by heating. Evaporation is the change of matter from liquid state to the gaseous state by heating. 3. Condensation is the change of matter from gaseous state to the liquid state by cooling. Freezing is the change of matter from liquid state to the solid state by cooling as well. Question 10. Compare between 1. Liquid, solid and gaseous states of matter. 2. Melting process and evaporation process. 3. Condensation process and freezing process. So you should refer back to the lecture. You will find them in details without even needing to write them again. (11) Name the process that takes place when 1. Steam, water vapor touches a cold window. It's condensation. 2. Pieces of ice change into water. Melting. 3. Butter cubes are heated. It's melting. 4. A bottle of water is put in the freezer. Freezing. So 12. Question 12. Classify the following materials in the following table into solids, liquids, and gases. We got oil, table salt, sugar, kerosene, mercury, air, water, iron pieces, oxygen, ice, water vapor. So the solids will be table salt, sugar, iron pieces, ice. The liquids will be oil, kerosene, mercury, water. The gases will be air, oxygen, and water vapor. Question 13. Which of the following matter has a definite shape and why? Number 1, wood. Number 2, air. Number 3, a piece of stone. 4, oxygen gas. 5, oil. 6, cooking pot. So the ones that have definite shapes are wood, which is number 1, a piece of stone, number 3, and cooking pot, number 6, because they are all solids. Question 14. Complete the words in the following diagram. So, solid, by melting process it will change into liquid, which is the red arrow. Then liquid, by evaporation process, will change into gas, which is also the red arrow. Then from the gas, through condensation process, the blue arrow, it turns to liquid. The liquid through freezing process will turn into solid, which is the blue arrow as well. 15. The following figure shows an activity you have studied. Explain why the water inside the teapot decreases after some times. And the figure shows a teapot and water. What happens to the water actually? Okay, so the water actually, by heating, it starts to turn from the liquid state to gaseous state. So simply it turns into water vapor, and through this little hole in the teapot, the water vapor goes away and fly. So the amount of water inside is decreased because some of it turned into water vapor, and this water vapor flew into the air. (16) Look at the opposite figure, then answer the following questions. 1. In this activity, after about 5 minutes, the ice cubes change from solid state to liquid state. And the activity basically shows a beaker, and this beaker contains some ice cubes, and this beaker is put above a flame. Number 2. The process that occurs for the ice cubes is known as melting. 3. If you continue heating the beaker for about 15 minutes, evaporation process will take place. 1. Read the following table carefully, then choose the correct answer. State A can be poured, has a definite volume, takes the shape of its container. State B can spread in air, has an indefinite volume, takes the shape of its container. State C, you can hold it with your hand, has a definite volume, has a definite shape. So the answer is state A is liquid, state B is gaseous, and state C is solid. Question 2. During freezing, melting and evaporation, water changes from one state to another state. Heat needs to be supplied for which of these processes to take place? The answer is D, melting and evaporation, but not freezing. Question 3. The opposite figure shows a glass container that contains water. Which of the following statement are true for both X and Y? It will be each of them has a mass and a volume, which is the answer A, and they have definite volumes, which is answer B. So it's A and B. Question 4. Ice cold water was placed in a glass on a hot day, which is figure 1. Soon afterwards, liquid droplets appeared on the outside of the glass. This is figure 2. Describe the process that caused the liquid to appear on the outside of the glass. This liquid appears on the outside of the glass due to the condensation of water vapor present in the atmospheric air on the cold surface of the glass. 5. By boiling an amount of water in a pot, what will happen to the water mass and volume after a period of time? The answer is B, which is its mass will decrease and its volume will decrease. Thank you very much for listening.